The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of IBEW Local 369 Central Kentucky High School basketball starts now.
Happy Valentine's Day. Welcome to the Farm. A great doubleheader tonight. I'm Chris LeBar along with former South Carolina State University men's basketball coach Murray Garvin. Murray up first, Lex Cath, Frederick Douglass, the Knights winners of 12 of their last 13 games.
Lexington Catholic, one of the best teams in all of the state of Kentucky. Coming in here at 6 o'clock tip-off, it's going to be an interesting contest against a very talented Frederick Douglass basketball team.
So the Knights, not only one of the best teams in Kentucky, Max Preps released the national rankings this week, 75th. How about that?
I'm not surprised. Brandon Salzman's done an outstanding job building this program, taking it to new heights after the legendary coach Danny Haney, and this is one of the best outfits in the Commonwealth. We
saw Frederick Douglass last night, and a great win defeating Henry Clay, outscored the Blue Devils by 12 points in the fourth quarter.
Yes, Armello Boone's back in the lineup, and he makes all the difference in the world for Douglass, and with him, all things are possible for the Frederick Douglass basketball program. Super talented young man.
And how about the short turnaround? In 24 hours, they're going to take on two of the top teams inside the 11th region.
That's basketball in this area, in the 11th region. Night in and night out, you are going to have to bring your A game. And both teams tonight, this is going to be an interesting contest.
Sure will. We've got a doubleheader, the 7:30 tip-off. It's senior night for the Frederick Douglass girls. They'll host Madison Central. We will keep you posted on all of the area action. We'll have live on-camera interviews and update you as we'll be on the air for the next 3.5+ hours. Thanks for joining us tonight on Glycod. Up next, we'll talk more about this Lex Cath program. Again, they've won 12 of their last 13, and they are led by a dynamic senior group. More conversation on the way. Live tonight from the Farm on Glycod.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Live at Frederick Douglass. Welcome back. Glycod.com. Lex Cath and the Douglas Broncos. They will tip in about 16-plus minutes. Let's talk a bit more about this Knights team. 10 seniors, almost unheard of nowadays.
It is, and it tells you that Coach Salzman's got all the chips on the table. Last year they fell short in the region final versus Douglas, and I believe this year they're putting it all in to try to get to Rupp Arena.
Tyler Doyle, a Bellarmine commit, 17 points, over a 50-plus from three-point land. Then you've got John Reinhardt, number one in the 11th region, over 80 three-point field goals.
Both guys can flat-out shoot the basketball. They're not afraid of the moment. These guys have been in big games throughout their career, and they're proven winners, and that's something that I've come to respect about Lexington Catholic athletics. They go out and they compete for championships, and you can't do nothing but respect that about them.
Rowan Williams, 14-plus and 9 boards. And these guys, Murray, they shoot the three, and they're just such a high shooting team. Some of their field goal percentage statistics, very impressive.
It is, and it's all about shot selection. They play a very disciplined basketball game, and they're organized, and they have a system, and they're brought up in this system, and they don't deter from it. No matter who they play, there's certain things that are going to be constant about Lexington Catholic. That's great team defense, half-court execution on the offensive end, and shot selection is a premium for them.
5-2 versus the top 50 RPI. Again, only 2 setbacks to Lyon County on their home floor, and then a neutral site affair at Franklin County versus Great Crossing. And to talk more about this Lex Cath program, we bring up some of their numbers here. And the way they play, and you mentioned this off the air, just their will is imposing, and they make you play their style.
Yes, they do, and that's something that's been constant with them over the past 25 to 30 years is they're a system, and they don't deter from it, and they come at you with organized defensive schemes. They come at you offensively where they try to make your weakness their strength, and they do a great job in doing that.
We'll talk more about this Lex Cath program, but up next, the keys to the game presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky, and Murray will have those for you in just a couple of minutes. Thanks so much for watching Glycod.com tonight. We'll be right back.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs. Make your statement.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Tonight's keys to the game are presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. They strive to keep your trucks moving through outstanding parts availability and unmatched service, all while glorifying Jesus Christ and building relationships. Murray up first, Lex Cath.
Yes, Lex Cath, their keys tonight is pressure bust pipes. What do I mean by that? Their defensive pressure will cause you to take quick shots, okay, or turnovers, and that's what they want Douglas to do. So their pressure can either make a diamond for Douglas or it can bust pipes. Secondly, they have to guard the paint. I emphasize this, any team that comes in and plays Frederick Douglass, you have to keep them out of the paint, because when they score on highlight reel dunks, it gets the crowd involved and it amps up their defensive pressure. So Lexington Catholic has to apply great pressure and guard the paint. Now, for Frederick Douglass, their keys are staying connected for 32 minutes. Coach Harris has shared with me that his emphasis over the last 24 hours is to have huddles during fouls, and in the tough times, it's important that they stay connected and stay on the same page. And lastly, they have to make sure that they get off to a great start. You do not want to play from behind versus Lexington Catholic. You want to try to keep the tempo of the game at the speed that you want to play at and take the right shots for Frederick Douglass and not for the individual on the back of the jersey, but the name on the front.
Armello Boone making his first start last week, missed 3 games. Do you expect him to maybe have more legs under him after the short turnaround in the second game, or maybe the opposite way?
Well, that'll be a key to the game as well, is how he feels physically coming off a tough contest last night against Henry Clay. You know, that game wasn't decided until the last 2 or 3 minutes of the fourth quarter, and it's a very quick turnaround. But if you're going to win in the district tournament, if you're going to win in the region, it takes back-to-back, just like we're seeing here tonight.
This broadcast is authorized by Frederick Douglass High School with production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. Frederick Douglass, Lex Cath up next. We'll talk more about this Bronco program, 17-10 on the season, and Murray and I have more in just a moment on Glycod.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
Back to the farm, Frederick Douglass, Lex Cath, as we present Happy Valentine's Day action. Should be an interesting doubleheader. Madison Central, Frederick Douglass girls. That game will tip at 7:30. So we saw the Broncos last night. They got the big win, 17-10 on the season now. And what do you look for them tonight?
Well, they got to continue to keep growing as a basketball team. I know that sounds odd to say that in February, but they've dealt with a lot of injuries. Some key players played late into the season football, and they have some new guys with very high expectations. And now I think they're healthy and they're going down the stretch run. So what better time to bring it all together and get ready for district play?
Armello Boone continues to lead the brigade in scoring, 21 per game, 56 three-point field goals, including 3 last night. And even when he's maybe at 75%, he just elevates everyone else's play.
Yes, he's a really, really talented and good basketball player. Coach Harrison emphasized that he's not only their leading scorer, but he's their leader in the locker room. He's their leader in tough situations. So I have high praise for Armello Boone, and the rest of his contingency is not, too shabby. When you talk about Avion Chenault and Surratt and the big fella in the middle, I call the glue guy.
Yeah, Logan Busen.
Logan Busen. Those guys are second to none. And, again, if they come together, they're going to be a tough out come district tournament time.
11 games, Murray, versus top 50 teams. You would have to think it's going to prepare them well for a postseason run.
The 11th region, there's no team that goes through the 11th region that's not prepared for 11th region run. The schedule alone. Now, Frederick Douglass and Lexington Catholic, their schedule is wow. I mean, they've played everybody, as you could see there on the screen. Tough competition. They run to it. They don't run from it.
Take a look at some of the season numbers for Douglass. Are 9-4 inside the 11th region. They do have to shoot free throws better as a group to make that long run.
Yes, I like to say that around 70-75%, you'll usually find your champion around that range. And if you shoot below that, you better have an Armello Boone or Shaquille O'Neal, okay? If you're going to compete for championships and shoot below 70%.
Lex Cath, as a contrast, 73% free throw shooting team, and Douglass only 64%. Starting lineups, tip off. When we come back, Lex Cath, Frederick Douglass. More coverage in just a moment on Glycod.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
From Glycod, it's IBEW Local 369 Central Kentucky High School Basketball. IBEW 369. Power up your potential. Tonight's game is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you. CSL Plasma. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Meyer. Higher standards, lower prices. Traditional Bank. Because who you bank with matters. And by Community Action of Lexington, Martin's Peterbilt, Lexington Outdoor and Power Equipment, and Allstate Insurance Agent Thomas Allen. Now courtside for all the action from Glycod on IBEW Local 369, Central Kentucky High School Basketball.
Should be a great night for high school basketball tonight on Glycod. Lexcat 24-2 winners in 12 of their last 13 matchups. Frederick Douglass, they're 17-10. And now for the starting lineups presented by Ruoff Mortgage. At Ruoff Mortgage, they are opening doors. 5 seniors will start for Lexcat, including Bellarmine commit Tyler Doyle, 17 points, including 52% from 3. He'll be joined by John Reinhardt at 15 points. Rowan Williams, 13 points and 9 rebounds. Miller Williams and 6'3 senior Brody Turner. For Douglas, the expected starters are Mello Boone, DeMarcus Surratt, Avion Chenault, Logan Busen, and Chris Wright Boone leading Douglas at 21-6. We'll step aside one more time. Tip off when we come right back. This is Glycod.com.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
Should be a good one tonight on the farm. Chris Labar along with former Paul Lawrence Dunbar head coach Murray Garvin. It's great to have you with us for Lex Cath and the Frederick Douglass Broncos.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Well, I appreciate that, Murray. Thank you. No place I'd rather be
than right here with you, huh?
Should be an outstanding matchup. Series controlled by Lex Cath. They've won 4 out of 5. However, they did not win the 11th region title game last March. Of course, Douglas won by a bucket and went on to their first ever Sweet 16. And this is really a big game for Douglas. They're all fall next week as they try to regain some momentum ahead of the district tournament.
Yeah, it's a huge basketball game and maybe downplayed a little bit because of the time of season, but it's a great measuring stick. I always like to go into the district tournament playing really tough competition so you know where you're at and if you're ready to compete for a championship.
DeMarcus Surratt had a big ball game last night, and when healthy, he has certainly been a key cog in this improving offense for Frederick Douglass. The officials, good to see your old pal Raymond Lightfoot working on V-Day, as Raymond will be joined by his comrades. David Hammonds and Scott Kendall.
Raymond Lightfoot, one of the top officials in the 11th region, has great experience in games like this and state tournament. You know, so as a feeling as a coach that I used to have when I saw Raymond, I knew that I was going to get a good whistle and he was going to be fair in his calling and not get caught up on whoever is in the uniform.
So Avion Chenault will jump it for the Broncos, and Miller Williams, his adversary for a very sound and solid Lex-Cath team. And Lex-Cath just like that with an opportunity as Doyle will handle far sideline. It's Rowan Williams going to work opposite Surratt as Williams, nice pivot for the basket.
Very nice footwork in the paint.
Now Chris Wright trying to navigate this pressure as it's poked out. It's going to be Frederick Douglass. Ball touch last by Rowan Williams, one of 10 seniors on Coach Salzman's group. Brandon in year 19. It's a double team. Finds it in the corner to Armello Boone as it's trickled on the corner. And Lex-Cath out with it. There's Reinhardt. And a three from Doyle. Swirls out and Busen snares the Bronco rebound.
Catholic kind of keeps you off balance because on made baskets, they're in one defense, and on a missed basket, they'll switch to another D. So it kind of makes you study what they're doing.
There's Armello Boone on the board, 6'4 junior, again averaging 21 points per game. As Rowan Williams will weave it around the clock to Tyler Doyle. Just underway from the farm. Doyle pausing, and he'll float it to Miller Williams. It just does maintain possession on the floor. Reinhardt swirls in a three.
He's a young man that you have to stay in constant contact with. You can't lose him because he is what I call a dead-eye shooter.
His 91st made three of the year. Surratt back to Boone. He'll try to match him. And a long rebound catapulted right back to right. There's DeMarcus Surratt with the path baseline. And poked from behind. Excellent defense as Rowan Williams with both the block and the ricochet out, and it will be night ball.
It's a good job by Rowan building a wall right there and not really jumping or leaving his feet to contest that shot.
And Surratt going to try to swallow up Doyle top of the key as Wright will shadow John Reinhardt. Logan Busen being taken off the bounce by Miller Williams, and a shuffle.
Good D by Logan right there. Williams tried to take him off the bounce and took a little extra step.
Broncos going to inbound momentarily as we take a look at the Williams miscue. And a kick in backcourt as it's going to deflect off Brody Turner.
Wright is going to have to do a good job of handling the ball in the backcourt. Sometimes they run two people at him, and he's not the tallest individual, and he may struggle to see over the D.
Chris Wright going to draw some attention, and Busen providing some assistance. Snatched and stolen away as Williams intercepts for Lex Cath. There's a long Reinhardt three, a little bit short. Offensive glass claimed by Williams. Doyle skip pass back to Reinhardt, his third three already, and he's made two of them. Broncos down an early 6 count. Chenault will touch it for the first time, and he is going to call for a travel.
This is what I talked about in the pregame about the systematic pressure by Lexington Catholic. You got to have the right people in the right spots. I always emphasize a sideline, middle, and a reversal guy versus this pressure.
Tyler Doyle inside of half court. Nice solid start for Lex Cath. They made 2 threes. Reinhardt flips it down to Rowan Williams, and he's fouled underneath by the Broncos, the game's first foul. Will be whistled on Avion Chenault, as Reinhardt will flip it in underneath. And Chenault swiped down at the ball and looked like it might ricochet off Williams, however it will stay Lex Cath.
If we had a monitor, that one might have been reviewed.
Turner to float it in play, nice catch, and Doyle will sink it in. Doyle's first bucket. And the Broncos needing some offensive support, trailing 10-2. Not the start they so wanted in this game.
No, not at all. The pressure has caused problems. It's got them in disarray offensively. They got to settle down and get good shots.
Surratt for a three. Glances off to the right. Possession Lexington Catholic as Dakari Talbert on for Frederick Douglass for the first time. Chris Wright will shuttle out. Four minutes have elapsed.
If we see a basket here, I wouldn't be surprised if Douglass burns a timeout.
Nice crafty dribble and pass underneath. Busen got a hand on it. Entry, Miller, Williams. And Williams has given Lex Cath a 10-point lead. Frederick Douglass, 32nd timeout. We'll step aside. More coverage right after this from Glycon.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
A great start for Lex Cath. They lead 12-2.
Yes, right there. If you saw it early in the clip, Tyler Doyle, a willing passer, even though he's their leading scorer. They ran a screen and roll in the corner. He hit the roll man. And because you're so concerned about their three-point shooting, both men stayed with the ball, and they got an easy conversion.
There's Armello Boone. He hesitates and launches a long three. Surratt gathers the rebound. Boone inside the lane. And poked out off of Logan Busen. Broncos' lone field goal, and Armello Boone jumper. And it's been all Lex Cath to start this game. Now Doyle plucks his way in the lane. And he's going to get the offensive rebound. Perhaps one pass too many, but the basket goes in anyway as Miller Williams converts. Williams with 2 quick field goals and a 12-point Lex Cath lead. There's Logan Busen back over to DeMarcus Surratt. And a foul underneath on blue.
That's a big foul right there. They called that on Chenault, and that's his second foul.
Oh my, beg your pardon. So it will be on Avion, away from the ball. I beg your pardon, it's on Rowan Williams.
It was a double foul.
Excuse me. So possession arrow in favor of Douglas as both student athletes pick up a foul. There's Busen underneath. Terry Kaysen got a hand on it, and it will belong to Frederick Douglass. Ryan Harward is on for Lex Cath. He'll don number 15, 6'3" junior. Logan Busen at the foul line. A strong take to the basket. It won't go in. And the rebound scooped out by Miller Williams as Lex Cath tries to grow this 12-point lead. Reinhardt a deep one. And there's Kaysen to collect it for Frederick Douglass as they try to mount a comeback down a dozen early. What's the key for Douglas in the half court?
Well, right now they're very stationary. They got to get some ball movement, and they have to relocate.
Boone off the mark. Broncos still shut out from three. Nice take by Doyle. Off the mark, and Surratt guilty over the top as Lex Cath to the foul line. Third Bronco foul is the long miss, catapulting a fast break opportunity for Lex Cath. And Tyler Doyle going to have to sub out of the game as he absorbed punishment there in the abdomen.
Yeah, he took a knee to the abdomen, it looked like, after the layup. I thought that's what the foul was, but the foul was really off the ball. Well, after his shot attempt.
2 free throws fall in for Owen Kennedy. And the Knights clicking early, 16-2. Busen underneath Kaysen, muscles it in.
That's a good job by Douglas by getting the ball to the middle and really pushing the advantage break they had, and a great finish by Kaysen.
Now, Kaysen can be an offensive wild card for this team. He's shown glimpses this year, 18-point season high. This team's so well coached, you can just see it in the half court. There's Harward slicing to the basket, rejected out by Kaysen.
Yes, Catholic, Coach Salzman's done an outstanding job, like I mentioned. They're just very disciplined. Nobody tries to do what they can't do, and you have to respect that about their program.
Tyler Doyle back in for Lex Cath. There's a corner three, Reinhardt, and he's made 3 of them out there. 93 threes on the year. And Boone will be decked, and he'll pick himself up. Second team Lex Cath foul of this opening quarter. So Dakari Talbert now on the point as Boone will play off the ball. There's Surratt trying to carve space, and he'll score.
Yeah, there's times you just got to make a play. Just got to make a play. You know, it may not be as easy as you think it should be, but a player's got to make a play, and that's what Surratt did right there.
13-point Lex Cath lead. 15 seconds in this opening quarter. Nice take to the bucket, right through Surratt, and it goes in. That's Sam Clements with the basket. Talbert's shot is off the mark, and that's going to take us to the end of one. A very solid start for Lexington Catholic. They lead Frederick Douglass 21-6. Second quarter on the way next. This is Glycod.com.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a four-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
(21-6) Lex Cath leading Frederick Douglass. John Reinhardt connecting on 3 first-quarter threes, and Murray, certainly not the start Douglas needed.
Not the start they needed, not the start they wanted. They got to regroup and do it fast and come out with more energy. As I look at their huddle and they break coming into the second quarter, body language speaks volumes. And right now they just look a little laissez-faire about their approach tonight.
Coach Harris going to bring in number 22, Nate Cohen, 6'6" sophomore. He'll be in your screen momentarily. Cohen doesn't play a whole lot, so Coach Harris perusing the sideline, trying to come up with the right formula to mount a comeback.
Well, I tell you what, with 2 fouls, he cannot sit Avion for long. He's got to play or this game can really get out of reach.
Here's Armello up top. Now Boone will swirl it in the corner. Talbert flings a 3. And Doyle lost the handle underneath. That's Terry Kaysen to scoop it up. And it's blocked from behind by Owen Kennedy. His number 3, Tyler Doyle, has it for Lex Cath. There's a corner 3 from Harward. And an offensive rebound. And another. And finally gathered by DeMarcus Surratt for the Broncos. And the Broncos just missing golden opportunities underneath. There's Tyler Doyle, extra pass. Harward spins it up. He's missed 2 from that same spot. And Dakari Talbert will pinball it forward to Cohen. Back to Boone. Talbert for his second 3. And Lex Cath collects the rebound as Tyler Doyle will bring it in. There's Doyle up off the glass. His 4th point.
Coach Salzman emphasized that tonight would be a test for them rebounding-wise against the athletic Douglas team. Right now, they're allowing 1 shot, and Catholic is rebounding everything coming off.
Nice thread of the needle into Boone and Armello. He's got a couple of field goals. Both teams swap buckets. Tyler Doyle asking for some assistance with a screen from Owen Kennedy. Doyle spins in the lane, intercepted by Kaysen. Outlet, Dakari Talbert. Talbert out of sorts there and a turnover. Here's Doyle. Great ball movement. That shot off the mark from Kennedy from the doorstep, but Lex Cath just gritty for that loose ball. And Kaysen, I believe, touched it last. No, he didn't. It will belong to Frederick Douglass. Broncos going to sub on Logan Busen. And Lex Cath will counter with original starter Brody Turner. Chris Wright back on as well for the Broncos. Houston skip pass to Boone. Nice grab. There's Chris Wright as the Broncos shoot it around the horn, seeking an answer. Boone. Oh my. Cohen snagged a rebound. As Talbert skip pass Armello. And gets an and one, so he'll take it right to Tyler Doyle.
Yeah, right now they're going through Armello for every basket, rightfully so. And I like that he notices when his shot's not going, maybe a shot fake and take the ball to the rim may be best.
You see the wide miss there. Cohen got the rebound, and that fueled the eventual bucket momentarily from Armello Boone. So much of this offense riding on his shoulders. Boone with 7 of the Douglas 11 points. The lead reduced to 12. Tyler Doyle shadowed by Kaysen. That's a matchup I think Douglas can like, with Kaysen very physical and aggressive up top. Great ball movement by Catholic as they try to grow this 12-point lead. They have led from the outset. Boone got a hand on it, and he'll snag the loose ball. Boone for the finger roll. Armello with 9. Douglas within 10. Great pivot by Doyle for the response. Doyle with 6. And Boone tried to find cutting Cohen, and Catholic with numbers. There's Rowan Williams. There's a 3 ball from Williams off. That was Miller Williams. It comes up dry.
Well, we talked about the conditioning of Melo, and I can see right now, a couple of trips up and down the court, he's breathing pretty heavily right now.
Avion Chenault going to check in at the next whistle for Frederick Douglass. Again, he's got 2 fouls. Kaysen heaves a 3, and the rebound vacuumed in by Rowan Williams. As Lex Cath leads 25-13. Doyle tees one up. And Cohen able to deflect the rebound as Frederick Douglass down 12 with the ball. Cohen, he's on the board. And Lex Cath going to call timeout. Nate Cohen with a big 3-point field goal, a 9-point Lexington Catholic lead. More coverage on the other side of this timeout from Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Nate Cohen now 1 out of 4 from 3 on the season, but this is a big one, Murray.
It's a big one, and it was much needed. You know, they needed that basket bad from him, and kudos to the young man for stepping up and making a big shot.
So Cohen on the board with 3. The lead now reduced to 9. Lex Cath led by 15 after 1, so the Broncos, a little bit of momentum coming up.
A little bit of momentum, and it's not as bad as it seems. And, you know, if they change their demeanor and get a little bit more juice and pep in their step, they can really swing the game right here. Big stretch for Frederick Douglass.
Avion Chenault back in again with those 2 fouls. And Lex Cath operating in the half court as they try to slice up Douglass. Doyle veering right. Excellent angle for 2. Doyle with 8 halfway to his average. And it's Cohen around to right. I think very important for Chenault to play the balance of this quarter without picking up that 3rd foul.
Yeah, he has to stay disciplined. Lexington Catholic's very aware of his foul situation.
Chenault short from 3. And a whistle as Chenault will collide in the corner. May just be a side-out deflection. Kaysen and Wright shuttle out. Dakari Talbert back in for Frederick Douglass, and a brief stint for Armello Boone.
He got like 20 seconds.
Possession, Douglass. And Cohen getting some extended run here in this quarter. Chenault retreating. Boone in the corner as Broncos in the half court. Nice find underneath, and Chenault connects. Avion's first field goal. Back to 9. It's Brody Turner operating, and he'll nudge it in the corner to Rowan Williams. Doyle on the attack, spins through Cohen, and a foul on Frederick Douglass.
That's great recognition by Tyler Doyle right there. He realized he had Avion guarding him, and he took it directly to the basket. And that's what you do when you know what the situation of one of the opponent's top players is in.
Well, Scotty Davenport, certainly a Hall of Fame coach. He's built a great program at Bellarmine, and high ceiling for Tyler Doyle at that university.
Absolutely. A perfect system for Tyler to go in there at Bellarmine. They do a great job of sharing the basketball. Like you said, Coach Davenport is one of the best in the business. To me, a Hall of Fame coach.
Yes. Yeah, what he's done for that program. As Armello Boone across, 2-on-1 fast break lob, and Surratt will complete the play. Surratt now with 4, and Broncos back within 8. Spinning in the lane, that's Brody Turner off, but the putback goes in. Miller Williams with 6, and they've all been inside the lane. There's Surratt. Oh my, a path to the basket and a shuffle.
Yeah. Miller Williams for Lexington Catholic is a perfect role player for them. He rebounds and defends, and he's been doing it for the past couple of seasons for them. So I'm not surprised with the outcome that he's having this season.
Well, they've got the big 3 from a scoring standpoint of Doyle, Reinhardt, and Rowan Williams. And talking about knowing roles, very important for a program.
Absolutely.
53 seconds in this half. As Surratt shadowing Doyle. Doyle on the take, spins with some support. Bobbled right off of Rowan Williams, but he scored anyway. He's got 4. And Lex Cath with 4 straight.
The help defense there got caught up watching the ball and lost the cutter there.
There's Surratt up top. Boone off the mark. Cohen tapped it back to Boone. Boone inside the lane. And a long 3 off the mark, and that's going to wrap up first half. Lexington Catholic led by 15 after 1. The lead at half, 32-20. We'll step aside, more coverage on the way back from Glycod.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs. Make your statement.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Find out about their apprenticeship and training programs that help you earn while you learn at IBEWLocal369.com. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential.
Welcome back to Frederick Douglass halftime. Lexington Catholic, very impressive first pair of quarters. They lead Frederick Douglass 32-20. I'm Chris LeBar along with former Paul Lawrence Dunbar head coach Murray Garvin. It's great to have you with us. Some of the individual scoring numbers in this first half, very balanced for Lex Cath. Tyler Doyle, John Reinhardt, each with 9 points. Miller Williams, half dozen points. 4 for Rowan Williams, 2 each for Sam Clements and Owen Kennedy. The Broncos led, as they're always led, by Armello Boone. Played 15 minutes, has 9 points. 4 points for DeMarcus Surratt. Nate Cohen with 3, 2 each for Avion Chenault and Terry Kaysen. Chenault picks up 2 early fouls, about 3 minutes deep inside this game, and that certainly affected his flow, and the Broncos will certainly need him if they're going to mount a comeback in this game. This is the first of 2 coming up at 7:30 or thereabouts. We'll have the Douglas girls at senior night for the Broncos, and Frederick Douglass will take on a very sound Madison Central team. The Indians come in at 15-9, and again, we'll have that for you, albeit on a separate stream coming up at 7:30 Eastern. We'll take a break, be back for the Traditional Bank halftime stats. That when you come right back. Thanks so much for watching us tonight on Glycod. We'll be right back.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product is based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
Gen Z is a stall generation. The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now, through everything that's come our way. We've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher, by making a real difference in the communities we serve, and by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to Frederick Douglass halftime. Lex Cath on top of the Broncos, 32-20. Now for a look at your first half stats presented by Traditional Bank. Who you bank with matters. Neither team shooting that soundly from the floor, although Lex Cath does have a 12-point lead. 3 of 10 from 3. And one of Murray's keys for the Broncos, how well would they rebound? Not so well as the Knights, plus 12 on the backboard. And Frederick Douglass does have 2 additional turnovers. More high school basketball coming up tomorrow night. We'll have Brian Station at Paul Lawrence Dunbar, Keith Elkins, Rick Reams on the call. Back here Friday. And then a great one next Wednesday in Lawrenceburg as the Frederick Douglass girls will take on perhaps one of the top teams in Central Kentucky, Clay Birdwhistle's Anderson County Bearcats. Really looking forward to that one 1 week from tonight. 32-20 Lex Cath over Frederick Douglass. Both teams coming back out on the floor. Second half on the way back from Glycod.com.
Plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
You're struggling with something in school. Sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
And back to live action here. Lex Cath, Frederick Douglass will be Knights in the half court. Knights winners of 6 straight, including 12 of their last 13. Here's a John Reinhardt 3. It's off the mark. And the rebound tracked down by DeMarcus Surratt as he'll try to invigorate this Bronco offense.
Reinhardt started the game on fire and think he's missed his last 2 or 3 attempts.
Yeah, Reinhardt now 3 of 6 from 3. There's Armello Boone. Chris Wright catapults a 3. There's Busen digging out the rebound, and Logan puts it in. Busen, his first field goal.
Yeah, he's got to give them those tough man buckets, I like to call. And when he does that, it brings energy and enthusiasm to the Douglas Ball Club.
Nice find underneath, and Surratt with some length got a hand on that ball. There's DeMarcus in the open floor. And a whistle. That ball nearly took off Avion Chenault, and it's going to be out of bounds to Lex Cath. That wasn't the most authoritative of calls by Raymond Lightfoot.
Yeah, I didn't see a hand direction or what happened. He just kind of nodded his head.
Do have a Lex Cath timeout. We'll keep things right here as the Knights lead 32-22. And we've seen Douglas with opportunities in the open floor. They just haven't taken full advantage.
Yeah, they got to finish at the rim when you get those opportunities. Like this fast break right here. I used to call it they're running down the floor like a herd of cattle. You got to get some distance and spacing, and so you can really pass the ball fluently between each other. There they were making 2-foot passes, and that never ends well.
Broncos back in action on Friday. We'll have it for you. They'll take on Lafayette, and then that's going to wrap up their regular season off all next week. As they try to ramp up play in the district tournament, they'll open with Henry Clay at Henry Clay on Tuesday the 27th. Rowan Williams trying to take Busen off the bounce. The ball finds Reinhardt. Crafty take for a basket. Reinhardt with 8. That his first basket inside three-point range. And the Knights have had a working margin of about 8 to 12 throughout this game. It's just very difficult for the Broncos in the half court to score. Back out to Chris Wright. And he's in for 3.
It's a big shot by Wright. Great job by Avion penetrating, drawing the defense, and then pitching it out.
Right now with 23 threes on the year. Nice response. It swirls off from Brody Turner. And again, Lex Cath on the backboard as Tyler Doyle floats it in the lane. Doyle with 11, first player in double figures for either team. And offensive rebounds have really hurt Douglas tonight.
Yes, they have. Catholic's done a good job of gang rebounding.
Boone has his duck out. And there's Tyler Doyle down the hill, 3 against 2. Reinhardt tees it up.
Yeah, you can't leave him that open. He could have ate a ham sandwich before the defense got there.
Reinhardt makers of 4 threes. And just like that, it's up to 14. And Chestnut being ridden hard, and a foul on Lex Cass Miller Williams. Yeah, Reinhardt all alone from distance.
Yeah, they had kind of a breakdown defensively, and you leave one of the premier three-point shooters in the state of Kentucky wide open out there.
Busen underneath. And Logan couldn't get it to go in. Here's Williams, left side 3, and Busen collects the Douglas rebound as we near the 4-minute mark of this third quarter. Chris Wright in the corner, tries to steer it in, and Busen thrown and slung to the ground. A foul on LexCath John Reinhardt. Well, if there's contact involved in a play, the likely participant's Logan Busen.
I thought you were innocent until proven guilty.
Well, there's a lot of incriminating evidence that we've seen. Nice entry to Chenault. Surratt, foul line extended. Big shot for DeMarcus. He's got a half dozen.
Well, it's not too often. A 12-point lead feels like a 20-point lead right now.
Brody Turner trying to evade Armello Boone. Doyle, step back three. And Chenault upended. There's the whistle. As Miller Williams pick up the third LexCath foul of this third quarter. That was a play on for just a little bit, and then the foul came. Busen. Chris Wright steps into a three. Everything but. And a foul underneath, and Chenault been much more aggressive in this quarter.
Yes, he's got to get back to doing what he does best, and that's being active on the offensive and defensive glass, and that's what he did there to draw a foul on the offensive end, and he just drew a foul on a defensive rebound on the other end.
Brandon Salzman not at all happy with that call as he's been asked to get back in the coach's box. There's Armello Boone. Spinning left, Surratt, baseline. Boone in the air. Busen trying to clean it up underneath, and LexCath with their fifth foul at the 3:01 mark of this third quarter.
And there's contact, and guess who is affiliated with it? Mr. Busen.
2 free throws for Logan looming. Brody Turner called for his first foul. And it'll count the same in the scorebook.
Yes, it will.
That's a swish in the scorebook.
If he wasn't paying attention, he just banked in a free throw. Looked like he meant to do it.
So Logan for one more. He's worked very hard to improve his free throw shooting game. On the year, he's up to 40%. There you go. Only a 10-point game. Still 11 minutes remaining as Doyle will weave it to Reinhardt up top. Rowan Williams inside the lane. And in backcourt, Reinhardt flips it back. 3 against 1. Surratt to Boone. And nearly an and one as Reinhardt commits the foul.
It's an opportunity right here to cut it to 7.
You know, I think Reinhardt, great effort on his behalf. It may have been best served to let that ball be whistled dead because he flipped it back in play.
Yeah, that is true because it ends up a fast break and he ends up drawing a foul.
So an 8-point lead. 2:37 in this third quarter.
Douglas is in striking distance. All they have to do is get another stop right here and just keep chopping wood.
Broncos got it to 7 middle second quarter. That's where we reside now. Turner enters it inside to Doyle. Nice overplay by Boone, so he'll knock it out. Lob underneath, and Doyle hoisted short. And there's Surratt, all that length, able to scoop away the loose ball. Surratt puts it in. And a LexCath timeout, down to a 5-point game. We'll step aside, more coverage after this pause from Glycod.
is your season to save on our incredible selection of new Kias from Cardtown Kia. You can't beat the powerful design of the new 2024 Sportage.
It's your choice. The new 2023 Kia Sportage, just $349 down and $349 per month, or the new 2023 Kia Sorento, just $349 down and $349 per month.
Unmatched design, performance, and savings all in one at Cardtown Kia and CardtownKiaUSA.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
You know, the Broncos working their way back inside this game, trailing by 5, just over 2 minutes in this third quarter. Actually, they're going to make it down 6 as the score has been adjusted here at the site. So 39-33, Lex Cath leading. And DeMarcus Surratt with a great layup.
Yeah, Douglas's defense has kind of turned up this half. They've done a better job of limiting the open looks for Reinhardt and Doyle, and that's paid dividends for them so far. They just got to maintain.
Again, fouls certainly been an issue. 5 fouls for Lexington Catholic in this quarter. Douglas yet to commit a personal. And one of the keys, Avion Chenault, been able to stay on the floor, picked up 2 early fouls in this game, and that's where he sits right now with 2 fouls. Doyle veering right as Surratt all in his business.
Surprised to see Doyle. He dribbled maybe 15 seconds there without ball movement.
Rowan Williams sealed off. Now 15, Ryan Harward has it. Back to the initiator, Tyler Doyle, working opposite number 3, Surratt. And it's going to deflect out of bounds off of a cutting Rowan Williams.
That possession, Lexington Catholic, instead of ball movement, ball kind of stuck right there for that possession.
There will be an official stop. Takari Talbert back in for Frederick Douglass. And Chris Wright will sub out. May have some equipment gear that he'll need to get repaired. And Talbert trying to hang on to it. There's Armello Boone. Boone up. Missed opportunity there as Owen Kennedy collects the Lex Cath rebound. They lead by 2 possessions. A hoisted 3 off, and Talbert collecting the rebound. That was Harward that cast the 3 that was off. Under a minute in this third, and the Broncos inching their way back. There's Boone trying to cut it in half. Surratt, the aggressor, on the backboard, begging for a foul. And Lex Cath, that's Harward. They got the loose ball, 2 against 1. There's Doyle. And Doyle will head to the foul line.
It's a little chaotic basketball right there. Lexington Catholic was able to come up with the 50-50 ball.
2 free throws coming up. Busen involved underneath, and just that was a play on. So Doyle to the stripe for 2. 81% free throw shooter. Again, this night team, 73% free throw shooting group.
Used to compete against Robert Jones, the head coach at Norfolk State University, and they have a saying that free throws win ball games.
Doyle with 13.
And that rings true on all levels of basketball.
Intercepted, great heads-up play. Owen Kennedy, then he lost the handle out of bounds. I think the Broncos caught a break there with 27-3. There's Boone, lofting it in. under 10 as Lex Cath leads by 6 in this third quarter. Doyle, fadeaway Jay, well short. Pinballed out of bounds, and that's going to take us to the fourth. We've got a ball game on Valentine's Day. Lex Cath, they've led throughout, and after 3 they lead Frederick Douglass 41-35. Fourth quarter when we come right back on Glycod.
First opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Well, the Broncos trying to inch their way back in this game, trailing by 6 after 3. Chris LeBar along with former South Carolina State men's basketball coach Murray Garvin. Happy Valentine's Day to all the folks watching tonight. We'll have a girls game between Madison Central and Frederick Douglass. That game will tip immediately following the conclusion of this game. We've not seen the girl Broncos in a while. They're having a very solid season.
They are. They have some phenomenal basketball players in their girls program, and you would do yourself a good deed to stay around and watch these young ladies compete.
Madison Central, they're 15-9, coached by Scott True. He's got ties to Lex Cath. Very well-coached program there as well. As Busen weaves it around to Avion Chenault. DeMarcus Surratt, what's a recipe for a comeback? Well, there's one.
Make shots and get stops.
There's Dakari Talbert. He's 1 out of 3 now on threes. We haven't been this close in a long while. Lex Cath has led throughout. Nice crafty dribble by Sam Clements. Doyle beats Surratt off the bounce for a bucket and a foul.
That's a great take right there. In that situation, when you're guarding the sideline, you got to force him to use the screen and not allow him to turn down the screen, as you'll see on the replay. Surratt's got to shift his body and make Doyle use that ball screen because there's no help on the baseline.
Doyle with a significant response, back to 6. Back to Dakari Talbert. He'll try his luck one more time. And a rebound secured by 21 Rowan Williams. Here's Clements in the corner for a 3 off. Poked right to Lexington Catholic's Rowan Williams for the basket. So 5 in a row by Catholic. Big possession here for Douglass.
They got to get more movement, It's hard to score against Lexington Catholic with stationary basketball players on the offensive end.
As Avion Chenault back to Talbert. Now Boone will have Boone's 3 off, and Chenault will deflect it over to Dakari Talbert. Boone underneath from Logan Busen. Here's Doyle and Chenault from the backside to poke it out of play. Lex Cath going to sub on Brody Turner. Turner lofts it in play, and Busen right in the midst of Tyler Doyle.
Yeah, what's hard to tell from the TV or the screen, whatever you're watching it on. Tyler Doyle is about a 6'4.5" point guard. He's got great size.
Doyle, nice thread of the needle, and Rowan Williams tacks in 2. Rowan Williams with 8, the size of the Lexington Catholic lead. There's Avion Chenault, back to Surratt, heaves up a 3, and it's in.
It's a big shot by Surratt.
Broncos have made 2 threes in this quarter, the first by Talbert. Surratt now on the board from out there. Williams spins left, and he shuffles per Raymond Lightfoot.
It's a great call by Raymond. He saw that from across the court.
Now Talbert, he's played a key role in this game. Floated in the corner to Avion Chenault, made the big 3, but he's got a couple of assists and received several solid defensive plays. There's Talbert spinning inside the lane, carving space. Surratt pitches it up. And the rebound secured. Hard-fought rebound for Lexington Catholic. There's Brody Turner, Reinhardt with a 3. Everything but the basket, and Surratt swiped, and a foul on John Reinhardt of Lexington Catholic.
That was a big conversion there. Douglas getting that defensive stop. Not too often Reinhardt's going to miss a wide open 3-point shot like that.
And a Lexington Catholic check that a Frederick Douglass timeout back in 30 seconds after this message from Allstate on Glycod.
Overly competitive brother. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Broncos down 5 with possession. Still 4:39 in this fourth quarter. Possession arrow in favor of Lex Cath. Fouls not yet an issue. Broncos with 2 fouls in the stands. Lex Cath with 1, and Dakari Talbert going to run the point.
It's an opportunity to cut it to 1 possession right here.
There's Boone guiding it in. Down to 2, Armello, his first 3 of the night. We haven't been this close since 2-zip. Here's Tyler Doyle, Reinhardt around a curl for a 3, and he got the roll.
Great execution by Lexington Catholic right there. Reinhardt's been off the last couple of quarters. Coach Salzman draws one up for him out of the timeout.
Avion Chenault around to Boone. He'll launch another. Got it! Back to 2. Tyler Doyle around the horn to Reinhardt. There's the 11, Brody Turner, as Lex Cath in the half court where they're so comfortable. Turner at the foul line, out of sorts. Reinhardt with the bailout 3.
Oh, right there, Mello went through the passing lane and it caused the breakdown for the defense, and Reinhardt will make you pay if you gamble.
Here's Boone as Douglas down 5 with the ball, under 3. Now Chenault up and off. And Lex Cath surviving that possession. Tyler Doyle down the hill, 3 against 1. Chenault blocks is the trailer. And there is Surratt. Boone. And the rebound gathered by 11, Brody Turner, and Lex Cath plus 5. as Reinhardt lost it. Surratt for Douglas, picked. Chenault with a great gather and a Lex Cath foul.
There's bodies everywhere.
Avion Chenault, the continued effort. And he's going to head to the foul line.
You know, but the effort, the grit that both teams are showing right now, that's what you want to see from both coaching staffs. I believe they're pleased with the effort. You know, better execution, maybe. But when you have guys diving on the floor for a loose ball, that shows that they care.
And again, the Broncos, their second game in less than 24 hours, a hard-fought win on the road last night at Henry Clay, outscoring the Blue Devils by 12 in the fourth. And Chenault, there's Busen. How about Logan? And a three-point trip for Douglas. Broncos have never led. They trailed by 12 on several instances. They're down 2 as we're under 2. And Busen called for a hand check against Tyler Doyle. See the offensive rebound by Busen on that big putback at the other end.
And there's a play that needs to be made. Logan Busen will find a way. He's the glue guy, the 50-50 guy for Douglas, does a little bit of everything.
It's been a gutsy comeback for a Bronco team. They're playing this game at Lex Cath's pace. They're trying to work their way back. Oh my, Busen fell asleep underneath and the ball caught by Williams in the fourth Bronco foul.
Yeah, you got to communicate. I used to preach that you got to talk on defense. If you don't talk, that's a sign of selfishness. Not that they're being selfish, but you have to communicate with all the screening going on.
Fourth foul of the quarter on Frederick Douglass. Tyler Doyle spinning back to the right, and he'll get the basket. Lex Cath wants a quick timeout. Brandon Salzman says, I want 60. The lead at 4. More coverage after this timeout from Glycod.
First opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to the Farm. A great ball game tonight. Lex Cath by 4. Murray. Every time Douglas has made a run, Catholics had an answer.
Yes, they have, and it leads to gambling on defense. You can't gamble against Catholic because they're such great shooters. Reinhardt and Doyle are big game players, and they're used to these moments. And if you gamble, it's got to be better than Vegas, baby, or they're going to make you pay.
Big possession coming up for Douglas. Again, the Broncos have never led in this game. Some huge plays for both teams. John Reinhardt, 2 critical back-to-back threes for Lex Cath. And again, they lead by 4.
Moments like this, the light is shining, and Armello Boone may show up.
Kari Talbert going to run the point. There's Avion Chenault in the paint. Chenault through contact, hoisted short. Great defensive stand by Rowan Williams. He did not budge. And the rebound procured by Tyler Doyle, and Brandon Salzman going to call another timeout. We'll keep it here for 32nd. Stephon Harris talking to the official. He was wanting a foul there just outside of your camera range.
Yeah, I thought that move by Chenault the defender came across his arms and maybe the official didn't have the right angle. Here, I believe that Salzman wants a deliberate action right here, okay, because he feels like this could be the nail in the coffin possession for Lexington Catholic. So he's drawing up something. If I was Coach Stefan, I would change the defense. I may come out in zone because I'm pretty certain he drew up a man-to-man play right here.
John Reinhardt to trigger it in just to the left of his head coach. And there's a trap in backcourt, and Lexington Catholic now will burn their final timeout.
That was a good job by Douglas, changing the D and running and jumping to get the ball out of Doyle's hands.
Let's take a look at this sequence from the outset. Again, Lexington Catholic now void of timeouts.
That could be an issue going down the last minute 18 of this contest.
Special thanks to Meyer for their support of high school athletics on Glycod. You can visit them at their Hamburg location, 2155 Paul Jones Way, for any of your shopping needs. That's Meyer, a proud community supporter of high school athletics on Glycod. So no Armello last week. Murray's out for 3 games. Broncos lose 3. He comes back in 2 really sound performances by them.
Yes, he's a really good player. I'm not surprised by his performance. He's gutting it out. I know his conditioning has dropped off, but big-time players make big plays in big games, and Armello Boone is a big-time player.
I think some building blocks for this Douglas team moving forward, the way they've responded against adversity tonight.
There's a lot of positives that they could take from this, win or lose, but I know the coaching staff wants a W right here, but there's a lot of positives that you can build on.
Against a really good team. Again, no timeouts for Lexington Catholic. Broncos with a couple of stops. And Surratt trying to badger Doyle up top. There's the switch. Reverse layup is in. Rowan Williams with a big basket. Dakari Talbert down 6. Talbert scoops up a shot short, and a foul on Reinhardt underneath. Big basket out of the timeout.
Oh, it was a huge basket. I even like the change of defense by Douglas. It forced them to make a play, not draw or run a set action, and he was able to convert a reverse layup.
Dakari now with 4. .55, now less than that. As Doyle floating it around the corner. As Reinhardt scoops it for Lexington Catholic. And Doyle fouled by Talbert. 15 foul.
Right there, you got to know the percentages. I think I would have fouled when the ball was in the hands of Rowan Williams instead of Tyler Doyle. He shoots 81% from the
He sure
line?
does. The lead at 5. Catholic's last loss, January 27, against Great Crossing at Franklin County. They lost 58-50. And since they've run off 7 straight wins, they've now won 12 out of 13, looking for 13 of 14. Armello Boone, a 3. Challenged in short. Busen funnels it back. Talbert off the mark. Oh, my heavens.
Whoa.
Oh, dear.
Whoa. Come on, guys. Let it be a basketball game.
Now Stephon Harris and his staff being asked. Let's cut away from that as both teams go into their respective sidelines. The three officials certainly going to have a chore to get things cleaned up. We're not going to show that replay. You can find it as you watch this game back. But the three officials, highlighted by Raymond Lightfoot, with a serious discussion as to what they're going to come away with this from.
Yeah, and it happens so fast on the high school level. You just have to make judgment calls, and if it leads to ejections, you got to maintain control of the basketball court as an official. And right here, I wouldn't be surprised if some guys aren't ejected from the game.
You know, I certainly think that that's the proper penalization as the lead at 6.
And moments like this can sometimes take away from a great contest where two teams are really getting after it. It turned out to be a great game, and I hate to see things end this way.
I think both sidelines waiting for some direction from the officials, and again, things happening so quickly. This is a very difficult chore for them. And again, we certainly feel like the responsible thing is not to show the replay and all the antics that occurred and focus on this game. A well-played game by two good teams. Lexington Catholic, an exemplary team. And both head coaches going to chat right at the scores table.
Yeah, it's a situation that's under control. The officials just have to decide what they're going to do and what they actually witnessed there. You have the administration of Frederick Douglass right there on the baseline with their principal and athletic director and another administrator. So it's not a situation that's very it's not out of control in here or anything like that. It was the physical play, and emotions got a little bit out of hand by both teams.
Good piece of sportsmanship by two class guys, Coach Salzman, Coach Harris. That's good to see. Leading great programs, and now they're going to traipse over and they're going to need some space. Again, the officials, a lot goes into these types of decisions with ramifications beyond this game.
Yes, ejections for actions like was witnessed can mean another game suspension after this. So they got to get it right, and I'm sure they don't want to cost any student athlete, to miss a basketball game if they're not guilty of doing anything that leads to an ejection.
So as soon as we hear word, we'll certainly share it with you as Raymond Lightfoot taking charge there. And again, they're not blessed with a monitor at the higher levels. What they're basing this on is instant, immediate reaction.
And that's what makes it tough. And I would be concerned as a coach that maybe a player that stepped in for the right reasons gets labeled for the wrong, because it happens so fast. I saw Douglas holding guys on their bench, keeping them from coming onto the floor, and Catholic was doing the same thing.
Good to see both coaches embracing there. And Raymond Lightfoot going to try to explain things to the official score, and then the message going to have to be relayed to us here and the folks here. Again, if you just joined us, an incident underneath the basket. Looked like a couple of punches thrown, perhaps from student-athletes from both teams. As Catholic trying to hang on to a win. Well-played game by two very good teams. And it looks like we're going to have a substitution. So Armello Boone, a flagrant one in an ejection. And the free throw in for Williams. And certainly this video going to be scrutinized very heavily. You can watch it for yourselves and draw your own conclusions. But Lexington Catholic now will have possession. And Doyle fouled by Surratt. And I think at this point, Murray, for both these teams, they just want this game to be over.
It's kind of took the air out of the gym with what just occurred in here. And it's unfortunate because, again, it's two class programs, two class head coaches, and it just got a little bit out of hand.
So Tyler Doyle back to the free throw line for a couple. Lex Catholic back in action on Friday. There are district seeding at stake as they'll travel to LCA. Right now, LCA second inside that district with Lexington Catholic tops. And Doyle gets that one to trickle in. Talbert a trailing three. Here's Logan Busen, and he is fouled. With 14.4 left. Again, coming up, we'll say in the 8 o'clock range, it'll be Madison Central girls versus Frederick Douglass. We'll have it for you senior night here for DJ Moberly's group, and he'll also chat with our Murray Garvin. We'll have that conversation for you. Back to 6. Still a two-possession game. And the Broncos not going to foul here, and Lexington Catholic going to walk into the farm and win their 25th game of the year. And this is a sound team, and good to see sportsmanship by both coaching staffs at the scores table. It's a good win, Murray, by a really good team.
It's a very good win with some adversity there at the end, and they responded the right way. And Tyler Doyle finished the game at the free throw line for Lexington Catholic.
Lexington Catholic 25-2. Frederick Douglass 17-11. We'll step aside our CSL postgame report on the way back from Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
and a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by CSL Plasma. Be rewarded for your generosity. Do the amazing. Help save lives.
Final score tonight at the Farm in a good ball game. Lexington Catholic over Frederick Douglass 62-56. Catholic led throughout, once led by double figures. The lead twice reduced to 2. And Catholic does as they generally do. They make the big plays when they need to, and they came into the Farm and got their 25th win of the year in 27 games. Frederick Douglass, double-figure losses. They're 17-11. We'll update the final stats. We'll also keep you posted on our Elite Building Products most outstanding player, and then we'll step aside and get ready for Game 2. Much more coverage when we come back. But first, Lex Cath, the winner. 62-56 over Frederick Douglass. And we're back in just a moment on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
This is your season to save on our incredible selection of new Kias from Cartown Kia. You can't beat the powerful design of the new 2024 Sportage.
It's your choice. The new 2023 Kia Sportage, just $349 down and $349 per month, or the new 2023 Kia Sorento, just $349 down and $349 per month.
Unmatched design, performance, and savings all in one at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia. Visit their showroom at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville, or browse their inventory at CartownKiaUSA.com. Cartown Kia, movement that inspires.
Welcome back to Frederick Douglass High School on the farm. Chris LaBar along with former Paul Lawrence Dunbar head coach Murray Garvin. Welcome back. Murray chatting with Coach Brandon Salzman. We will have that conversation for you in the pregame of Game 2, which features Madison Central and Frederick Douglass. We'll also have some final stats on the boys' encounter, which saw Lex Cath defeat Frederick Douglass 62-56. First, a look at tonight's most outstanding players, presented by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. They're locally owned with an outstanding selection of windows, doors, and siding. For more info, visit them at EliteKentucky.com. For Lex Cath, you certainly could choose Tyler Doyle, but every time the Broncos got just on the doorstep, John Reinhardt made a three. He made two huge threes in this game. He is our Elite Building Products most outstanding player for Lex Cath. And Armello Boone, rock solid in a losing effort for Frederick Douglass. So we'll step aside. Again, the girls' encounter. We'll have pregame for you in about 10 or so minutes. It's Madison Central and Frederick Douglass. Until then, for Murray Garvin, our producer Steve Bird, and camera operator Joe O'Million, I'm Chris LaBar. Good night and a temporary goodbye from Frederick Douglass High School. We'll see you in just a little bit on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been IBEW Local 369 Central Kentucky High School Basketball. IBEW 369, power up your potential. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you. CSL Plasma, do the amazing, help save lives. Meyer, higher standards, lower prices. Traditional Bank, because who you bank with matters. And by Community Action of Lexington, Martin's Peterbilt, Lexington Outdoor and Power Equipment, and Allstate Insurance Agent Thomas Allen.
Visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.